Hello everyone, welcome to today's monthly market dynamic update. This is Ricky from Market Analysis Department. Welcome to today's presentation for the market dynamic. So on June 21st, the European agency Solar Power Europe just released its global PV market outlook report for 2024 to 2028. For 2024, under its neutral expectation, the global newly installed capacity is expected to reach 544 gigawatt, with China remaining the largest market globally. In other regions, the APEC region, excluding China, is expected to be the fastest growing area, with an estimated year-on-year growth rate of 60% in 2024. However, the European pace in renewable developing seems to slow down to be around 10%. Besides the traditionally strong markets, the rise of 7 new gigawatt scale markets is supposed to be witnessed in 2024, such as the Czech Republic and Ireland in Europe Island, and the Philippines and Malaysia in the Asian Pacific region. Overall, the global market trend in 2024 remains upward, and we should also pay sufficient attention to emerging markets. Okay, next, let's take a look at some updates on the European market. At the end of May, Italy just announced its PV installation figures for the first quarter, with a quarterly addition of 1.7 gigawatts, up approximately 70% year-on-year, of which 1.2 gigawatts came from PV systems above 20 kilowatts. As one of the top 3 markets in Europe, Italy is expected to add about 5 gigawatts of new installations this year, still following after Germany and Spain. On the other hand, Austria has introduced a series of aggressive policies on photovoltaic and energy storage systems over the past months, which are expected to provide empty momentum for future market growth. So let's see, in terms of photovoltaics, at the beginning of this year, Austria has already abolished the value-added tax for photovoltaic systems below 35 kilowatts. Then in early June, the PV systems above 35 kilowatts, the government just announced that it will encourage the use of manufactured materials made in Europe, including modules and inverters. More than 20% subsidies is expected to be provided for those qualified projects in the next 2 or 3 years. Regarding energy storage, Austria's Climate and Energy Fund has launched a tender costing about 17.9 million euros to support energy storage systems ranging from 51 kilowatts hour to 1 megawatt hour, with a subsidy of 150 euros per kilowatt hour. So the government's determination gives us reasons to believe that Austria will not just be a 2 gigawatt photovoltaic market. It will have a much more significant potential in the near future. Okay, after discussing about the European updates, let's move on to the situation in the United States. According to the recent data released by the Wood Mackenzie, in the first quarter of 2024, the United States added 3.5 gigawatt hour of new energy storage installations, an 89% year-on-year increase, with the primarily contribution still coming from front-meter storage systems, which accounted for nearly 3 gigawatt hour, accounts for the total numbers like 80%. This year, the total new large-scale energy storage installation will still play a significant role in the US ESS markets. It's expected to reach 31.6 gigawatt hour, and at the same time, under the incentives of Inflation Reduction Act policy, the manufacturing capacity of domestic solar and storage in the US is also accelerating. LG's facilities in Arizona has already begun construction, with its LFP ESS battery factory is expected to be completed by 2026. After the United States, we just said that Asia-Pacific region will be the fastest growing region around the world. So as the Asia-Pacific region becoming the fastest growing regional market in 2024, the growth potential of Indonesia cannot be ignored as well. On June 20th, the Indonesia State Electricity Company, PLN, just announced that the quota for rooftop solar PV systems for 2024 to 2028, with a total planned capacity of 75 gigawatts, although there is some uncertainty regarding the actual capacity. It is undeniable that the rooftop photovoltaic system will become another driver of growth in the Indonesia PV market in the future. Finally, about today, the last part, I would like to share a news about the acquisition of photovoltaic barons, TCL Zhonghuan. So it's the largest silicon wafer manufacturer around the world. TCL Zhonghuan just announced that it will achieve full control of Maxon through convertible bonds and other means. After all transactions are completed, the company's total share of the Maxon will increase from 22% to 50.1%. So in the future, the module business is expected to become a necessary part of all PV manufacturers. So as for the traditional manufacturers in the upstream of module business, like wafer and cell, they will all pursuing another business margin improved, especially in the module business. I believe that's why TCL Zhonghuan will increase its share in the Maxon, this traditional branding in no matter in the Europe or the United States. Okay, that's all for the market dynamic of the June. Thanks for your listening and watching.